everybody. So I recorded a video last night from home in front of the tree and everything, and it just would not upload. So I think it wasn't meant to be. Hope the title didn't scare you. I'm going to shed a little bit of light on Scorpios. And if anybody there is one or has related to one and wants to give me your opinion, feel free to. So as a Scorpio, I find with myself, besides the fact that we are very black and white, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, not to say I don't have a very long list of mistakes, but in terms of our where we stand like emotionally with something, we're very strong, we're very passionate. We're a fixed sign too, so you might as well throw stubborn into that mix. But I know with me, when the stinger comes out, which it really is not that often, is more when I'm hurt, like emotionally, or like you hurt my feelings, or you offend me, or you don't trust me. It's hard to explain, but it's more that, like if I had a boss once who like wanted to tell me how to do my job, something like that, I get offended. That's where I get more protective, let's say, or self-defense kind of thing, in terms of my feelings and my words. And another thing with Scorpio, they cannot hide anything. You see it on their face. We get over it pretty quickly, and we're actually very forgiving. But we don't fake. We can't. The other thing I discovered too, because a lot of people said to me, "You're a Scorpio, you don't seem so bad," My moon is in Pisces, which definitely softens me a bit, makes me a pushover, sometimes too much. I am, like I said before about Scorpions too, we're very forgiving. But the other thing too, once our antenna goes up, like I'm very innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty. Like I don't prejudge anyone. But once I'm in a situation, whatever it might be, once my radar goes up for something, it stays up. It's really you can't win. The other person can't win. Once I question you, or I'm not so sure I can trust you, that's it. It's really hard to bring that antenna down. So anyway, so it's not so bad. But there were a couple things that made me a little bit upset, and I don't really watch the news. Actually, I don't watch the news, and even in terms of online news, I'll just read the headlines. If something interests me, I'll read it. I try not to get too swayed by either side. We don't really know what the truth is sometimes, and so I try to form my own opinion or whatever feels right to me. However, there were three things that happened this past week, all of which, again, I didn't really read the whole article, just a little bit of it. But the first thing was that Bill Gates wants to dim the sun, which I couldn't believe I even read that. I couldn't even believe that he would think that he could do that. And it's just, people forget we are part of God. We are made in God's image. But we are not, you can't play God like that. And what really bothers me too, and I had posted on Facebook about trying to cut back on buying bottled water, in the plastic bottles. What happens a lot, and in our country, and I guess other countries as well, is we create the problem, and now we have to create a solution instead of trying to prevent it somehow. So I was trying to think back, when did, buying bottled water become vogue? And I think it was back, when people were saying you need to drink 8 ounces, 8 ounce glasses of water a day. I think that's where it started. But even as a singer, we never had like bottles of water. And I had 4 or 5 hour gigs, you don't have a bottle of water there. You just take, on your break, you go and get a drink. It was that kind of thing. Or Broadway singers, opera singers, obviously they'll take a sip backstage after a 45-minute act, that kind of thing. So I don't know when it all started, but even that, we create this problem with plastic. I know people say, well, it creates jobs, you can recycle, and you know what? Who even knows how much of it is really recycled, right? And even that is money making. So you create the problem, making money selling bottles of water, and now you're gonna, reap the benefit of recycling those bottles as well, So now I'm not really sure what dimming the sun is about. I assume it has something to do with, obviously, the heat of the sun and burning the earth, but unbelievable when I read that. The other thing, I did not want to watch the ball drop this year. I did, however, right at midnight, go to say Happy New Year to my son, and he was watching it, so I watched it, and it was bittersweet for me. But then after the fact, I know someone sang Imagine, and you turn on the radio now, you hear Imagine, and you hear all these songs for the age of Aquarius, and great, great. They're beautiful songs. Imagine was one of my father's favorites, and I'm just hoping, and I'm really sorry I'm saying this, I'm not against protests. I'm not against even Jesus protested, right? He overturned the tables in the marketplace and was irate, and I love that side of Jesus. I think we're here not to be doormats, right? However, all the anger and all the destruction, I could cry right now, everything that we went through this year, I hope that these people who are singing these songs are not the same ones who were okay with that. Because that's not cool. If you truly believe in love and peace, you just don't do those things. You don't. It doesn't matter what your platform is. It doesn't matter. You just don't destroy other people's livelihoods, people who work hard to support others. Because we all know that this country, we support one another, whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you do directly and you help your neighbor, or your tax dollars do whatever it is, we do support others here. So I don't understand. See, there I go. Anyway, I just hope that the same people who are touting now the age of Aquarius, peace, love, and all of that are not the same ones that were okay with that, because then you're a hypocrite. Okay, lastly, I guess this was meant to be. Lastly, I go to the food store yesterday or the other day, and they still have newspapers out, and I just happened to glance at one of the headlines, and it said, and again, I did not open the newspaper, I didn't read, but the headline said, Governor Cuomo tells hospitals or doctors, get the vaccines out of the fridge and into arms, otherwise the state takes over. Again, as you can tell, I'm bewildered. I can't believe I read that. People, we have to open our eyes, okay? I don't know what he meant by that. Doesn't matter. States don't take over. You're not going to tell me what to do with my body, my family's body, or what I think is best for us, right? Obviously, we're all afraid of the virus. Obviously, I know people who've passed from it. I, however, know as a healer, as a pranic healer, with our energy healing, we have healed, and this was 3 months ago, over 400,000 people worldwide with the virus. Certainly, if you have pre-existing conditions and your body's already weak, I mean, I don't need to say that this is serious. But to say the state's going to take over, again, I didn't read the article. Maybe he meant it in a different way, but it was really shocking to read that in our country. Okay, I'm done. However, I do want to close this on a lighter note. If anybody has HBO Max, you must watch the Bee Gees doc, How Do You Mend a Broken Heart. It was beautiful, enlightening, warm, compassionate, just like the Bee Gees lyrics, whether you like disco or not. It's a great movie. There are even clips from Justin Timberlake and Chris Martin. It was really great. If you can catch it, I would. Please do like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Let people know. Sorry, I am driving. I will try not to do this, but I promise you, I really recorded from home last night. It just would not. I tried for hours to upload and it didn't work. So, many blessings in the new year. Really, health, happiness, love, love, love. But keep your eyes open, okay? Have a great day.